Welcome back to the Site Black YouTube channel. I'm your host Shad, and today we back at it again with a brand new reaction video. We got George Benson and his song "This Masquerade." For me, this is the first time coming across George Benson, so first time on the channel. Reading a little bit about him, he has a jazz background that kind of like really put him on the map, but what really put him over the edge and made him like get his name is his ability to like blend genres with jazz, soul, pop, and things like that. Unfortunately, in doing that, he did kind of pick up a lot of critics. A lot of the pure jazz critics kind of remained critical of him for what they call selling out, because how he was blending those genres and diving more into pop. So in that regard, he received some criticism for that. But his response to that was that he makes music for everyday people, and that he wanted his audience to be able to afford his music, making it more accessible and things like that. So I think that was a good idea. And this song in particular, This Masquerade, it came at the same time where he did start to ascend and cross genres and be a crossover success. His album Breezin' ended up going #1 on the pop, R&B, and the jazz charts. And he ended up winning a Grammy for this song in particular. So that really took him to the top and really helped him see major success. And he would go on to have a few more hits after that as well. He also won Grammy for a Record of the Year. A lot of success, man, with this one. But like I said, the main thing with him is how great of an instrumentalist he was. Being able to be so trained in jazz and all of those things. Like I said, he started real young. He was playing nightclubs by the time he was 8. So just that type of experience, that's like all the stories we hear about like Michael Jackson and all of these younger acts and things like that. Like he was a child prodigy as well. So that took him to the top, man. That was the necessary background he needed. But I'm not going to hold you guys too much longer, man. Let's dive right on into it. We got George Benson, This Masquerade.
Are we really happy here with this lonely game we play? Looking for words to say, searching but not finding understanding anywhere. Lost in a masquerade, both afraid to say we're just too far away from being close together from the start. We tried to talk it over, but the words got in the way. We're lost inside this lonely game we play. Hearts of weeping disappear every time I see your eyes. No matter how hard I try to understand the reasons that we carry on this this way. We're lost in a masquerade. Whoa. Mm-hmm. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. We're both afraid to say we're just too far away from being close together from the start. We tried to talk it over, but the words got in the way. We're lost inside this lonely game we play. Thoughts so weeping disappear every time I see your face. No matter how hard I try to understand the reasons why we carry on this way. We're lost in a masquerade. Oh, in a masquerade.
George Benson, This Masquerade. That was a very smooth, super smooth jazz song. It seemed like something that you would hear on a cruise ship or something like that, or like a waiting room or something like that. Like it just has that low pressure, something that like kind of ease your nerves, ease your anxieties. Very smooth sound. Obviously, like I'm still fairly new in terms of like different genres, like being like a expert at different genres. So I would say I'm pretty familiar with obviously hip hop, but I'm pretty familiar with like R&B, but like jazz, I'm still like diving into that. I don't know what would make this like different than whatever the purists think is the official type of jazz. And pardon me if you hear some background, some feedback in the background. It's thundering outside, so you may hear that. But anyway, like I said, I'm not sure like what makes this the pop type of jazz versus the pure jazz. I don't know. Maybe I need to listen to more jazz songs and like then I'll get more of a feel for it. But like I said, it just sounds like good music. I definitely hear like maybe like a mix. I feel like I hear some blues within it, like some blues. But I don't know. I guess I would have to like know what was considered like the dominant form of pop at that time as well. Because like this is the 70s, right? So you got soul, you got I don't know if disco came out by this point. I'm sure like funk was out. We still had blues around. Then what was the pop like? I don't know the popular like what was considered pop like was it like rock and roll at the time? Yeah, I would guess like pop at that time would be like a lot of rock stuff, and I just don't get that feeling with that. So I don't know. Maybe it just mean chasing hits or something like that. But either way, it doesn't even feel like something that was being chased. Like it don't feel like he was chasing a hit or nothing like that. Like I said, this is just like a smooth song with like just different type of musical instrumentation and like which gives it a different feel and things like that. It definitely has jazz influences, blues influences, soul influences. But like I said, it doesn't seem like something that was inauthentic to me. Outside of that, man, like they talked about how initially he was just seen as a purely jazz instrumentalist. And then like people didn't really believe in him as a vocalist. Like they didn't really believe in his voice until like somebody within his camp or whatnot had played a demo for his label and they were like blown away by it. And that's where they got the idea to like start putting him on records and things like that. And I would say that panned out. It panned out really great for him. Maybe that's where it comes from. Like just him being more of a vocalist now. Like maybe that's where the pop accusations come from. But overall, man, like I said, great song, great jazz song, smooth jazz song. And I really rock with it. And that's it for this one. If you enjoyed my reaction, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And hit that notification bell so you are aware of when we drop these videos. Also, these videos do tend to be demonetized, so if you want to support us on the channel, on the YouTube app, they offer a thanks option underneath my videos, and there you'll be able to support. Or you can tap in with us on the Patreon, and you'll be able to suggest songs just like this one and get them voted into our priority polls the following week. So if that's something you're interested in, links in the description box below. And before we get out of here, I want to give a special thank you to our Patreon members. James Humphrey, Trails, C-Rob, Queen Momo, Tony Campbell, Sonia, and Sylvia Walker. I appreciate all the support that you guys give us over on the channel. It means a lot, keeping us with great music to react to week in and week out. Without you guys, this thing doesn't continue. So I'm forever appreciative of you guys' support and participation. And with that said, this has been the Sight Black YouTube channel. Hope you guys have a great day, a great week, and as always, peace.